Today I would like to yet again look at Schutzen because I have made some interesting observations that have consequences, I believe pretty large consequences. Maybe the set of basic positions that 133 recognizes is in fact larger than the basic 7 guards and some additional special variants. So let's look at it. My last interpretation of Schutzen, that was heavily influenced by Tsurukiri, the viewer of my channel, was that Schutzen is in fact a different mode of cutting. If I'm cutting to hit the opponent, I am doing the normal way of cut. So this type of cut would be a normal way of cutting. I am trying to hit the opponent. But I may also cut in order to hit the opponent's sword, because I want to stop the sword that is flying at me and threatening me, so I want to stop the sword with my sword, or I want to deflect the opponent's sword, I want to maybe beat the opponent's sword away, something like this. So the Schutzen variant of cutting is aimed at the opponent's sword, not at the opponent, but at the opponent's sword, with the goal of stopping or moving the opponent's sword. So this was my last interpretation of Schutzen, and it is mostly correct because it works, it fits how the players of 133 are using Schutzen. But in fact, it does not fit everything. And I believe I need to specify better what the Schutzen is, because this interpretation is no longer enough. If I am cutting in the normal mode, I am trying to harm the opponent. And if I want to harm the opponent, I want to hit him with the tip of my blade, or the part of the blade that is close to the tip. So, like this. Because if I am giving the sword a swing, this part of the blade has the most of the power, and it doesn't require me to get too close to my opponent. So I am cutting at him to hit him with the last part, and not like this. It would work too, but this is not what I want to do. So this is the normal way of cut. And if I don't hit my opponent, this type of cut, because I'm giving there the swing, this type of cut will naturally bring me into a custodia. All custodia are either starting or ending points of the cut. So if I am cutting at my opponent a horizontal cut and I miss, the swing of the blade will naturally bring me to a different custodia. Now, what about the Schutzen type of cut? Well, the opponent is cutting at me and I am doing a Schutzen cut. And if I am doing a Schutzen cut, I want to hit the opponent's sword with the lower part of the blade, say in the middle or lower, because I need the leverage, I need the structure, because my goal is not to just hit the opponent's sword, but to stop it. If I would hit the opponent's sword with the tip of my blade, there is the power, but there is not the leverage. So if my power wouldn't be able to stop the opponent's sword, his sword will continue and hit me, like this. I have hit the opponent's sword, yet I was not able to stop it because I did not have the structure, I did not have the leverage. But if I hit the opponent's sword close to my hand, I am stopping it. So I am not giving the swing to my sword because I want to impact his sword with my lower part of the blade. So my cut will go like this. I am not putting there the swing because I don't need it, but because I want the structure at the end. And thus, if I miss, or if I don't hit the opponent's blade, I will naturally end in a position like this, because there is no swing that will draw me here. Which means that a Schutzen cut naturally ends in a static position that looks like this. But how is it possible if such position is not shown in 133? This position is not among the basic 7 guards, and it is not even among the special guards like Walpurgis guard or pre-special on point. Nowhere like this. Yet, it is a natural result of cutting, of doing a Schutzen cut, which is a part of 133. So, how is it possible? Well, in fact, I believe you may recognize this position if I add the buckler here. Because this is the Schutzen position exactly from the first Schutzen play from 133. So there are some strange things happening. We have found out from the manuscript that Schutzen is a cut. And now I am saying that the static position at the end of the cut exactly fits the image of the Schutzen. So how is it possible? Well, I believe that Schutzen, in fact in 133, Schutzen is the name for both the static position and a move that will get me into this static position. A cut that will get me into this static position. In 133, Schutzen is sometimes used as a static position and sometimes as a cut, and both of these usages are there. So, in fact, we can both of them find in the first play of Schutzen. So, first, the usage of this Schutzen as a position. My opponent is in secunda custodia, and I want to approach, to hit him, but I want to approach safely. So, I am putting my sword in a Schutzen position. And the feature of this position is that it is covering me from the strike from above. And with this position, I can go closer. Now, if the opponent cuts me with the cut that he is prepared to do, I am already covered. So, this is not a threat from me. And then I can work from there. For example, with Durchtreffer. But if the opponent doesn't cut, it means that I have approached too close to him. And now I can thrust. So, the first play of Schutzen is using Schutzen as a position to passively cover me. It uses the properties of the Schutzen as a position. But, if it is my opponent who is doing the same thing to me, I may use Schutzen as a cut. Because here the option that I have from the priest is to do Schutzen to beat the opponent's sword away and continue with a cut. So this cutting part of Schutzen would look like this. And this was also Schutzen, but this time I have used the properties of the Schutzen as a cut. And both of these things are, in the priest's mind, the same thing. Both the static position and the move and the cut that gets me into that position is Schutzen. It is the same type of Schutzen, but I may use either one part or the other. So the conclusion is that whenever a priest talks about Schutzen, he may think either the position or the cut. And we have to find out which he wants to talk about. It also means that 133 in fact has two sets of static positions. One of the set is called custodiae, and these are the 7 basic positions and the other special ones that are shown later in the manuscript. And all of these positions are like specialized for the normal way of cutting. They are either starting or ending positions of different cuts or thrusts. And none of these positions, of these 7 positions and other ones, none of these is offering you a passive protection with the sword. They are passively protecting you with a shield, but the sword is always prepared to, for a cut or thrust or whatever, but never is in a position that can close the line of attack, that can cover you. But the priest also uses some positions that provides you a passive protection from some lines of attacks. And these positions are called Schutzen. And 133 gives us few images of these Schutzen. So this is one of them. This is another one. There is also this one. And we don't have image of it, but it is implied. It is a position like this that covers you like from this side. This is implied in one of the plays of Quinta Custodia. So these are another positions that the priest recognizes. He calls them Schutzen, and they are useful in some situations. And they are part of the system. So these are my observations, my new observations about Schutzen. I am not exactly replacing my previous interpretation of Schutzen. I am more extending it. So Schutzen still is a cut. It is a cut that is aimed at the opponent's sword. It can be used as a static parry. It can be used as a beating action. It still remains. But Schutzen is also a static position, and especially static position that provides you a cover with the sword. A static position that closes some line of attack with the sword. So that's it.